So, on my Void Grenade damage testing video, I got a comment from Crazy Hops saying they would have liked to have seen the damage numbers with Controlled Demolition included as well. And the reinforcing points were extremely reasonable. It is an aspect that does directly improve upon our Void Grenades. The damage increase is not one that's easily figured out on paper, and since I did test Chaos Accelerant for the Warlocks, it only seemed fair that I extend that courtesy to the Titans as well, which I'm more than happy to do. The groundwork's already been laid, so there really wasn't much time or effort required to build upon that. So, here we are. What exactly are we looking at though? For those unfamiliar, Void Titans have the Controlled Demolition aspect, which allows abilities to apply the volatile status effect to enemies. Once a target is afflicted, when more damage is applied, it creates a Void Explosion. How much damage do you need to activate it? Well, versus the Grasp of Avarice Ogre, which is where I typically do my testing, you're going to need to deal somewhere between 8,773 and 9,503. 12 body shots with a 900 RPM SMG did not set it off, 13 did, so somewhere in that range. I'm not really sure how that scales across various encounters and activities. Volatile isn't a status effect that I've really dissected in the past, but that does appear to be the target here, and every Void Grenade that we're about to test can easily cross that threshold. So the question is, which grenades can prime and detonate a target without any outside help? And for the ones that can, how many volatile procs can we potentially secure? The first grenade that I tested was the Suppressor, and it does not get the job done. My hope was that the impact from the grenade would have applied the volatile, and the blast would have set it off. No such luck though, and while the Ogre does remain volatile after the grenade's explosion, I can't credit the grenade itself for the unrealized damage. So no effect from Controlled Demolition in terms of single target damage with the Suppressor. And the story's gonna be the same with the Axion Bolt. The single damage instance applies the effect, but there's just nothing following it up to touch it off. How about the Magnetic Grenade? Thanks to the double blast? Yes. The first explosion locks it in, and the second one pops it. In and of itself, the volatile is dealing 4,834 points of damage, which brings the maximum potential damage from one magnetic grenade up to 48,586. Onto the scatter grenade, and I did have my doubts about this one. I thought maybe the series of explosions would occur too rapidly to lock in that volatile blast, but my worries were dismissed. We do get one hit of volatile damage in that cloud of damage numbers. Now, the damage from the scatter grenade itself can be somewhat inconsistent, but I was able to score 52,960, which did supersede the high results that we collected during the full damage testing video. Next, the Void Spike, and I was not really looking forward to testing this one again. If you saw the original video or the Arc Grenade video, you've probably heard me complaining about damage testing directional grenades in this arena, but I did catch a good one here. I don't think it was a max damage grenade, but it was solid. All said and done, it brought home 76,328 points of damage and secured 2 volatile explosions. Could it have gotten 3? I think the duration's just a touch too short, but applying volatile does up the total damage by about 9,700 points. And I did run the Void Spike back with the Echo of Remnants fragment equipped as well, and this one should be a good indicator of the grenade's full potential. I saw the volatile proc 3 times thanks to the improved duration, and it locked up a total of 125,602 points of damage. The volatile is responsible for about 14,500 of that. So it looks like I may have underfigured my max theoretical in the original test by 1 damage tick. My apologies. When looking at the Vortex Grenade now, things do play out in a very similar manner. We got a grenade that is applying full damage here, and it is netting us 2 volatile blasts. This one secured 65,482 points of damage. Not quite as high as the numbers we were seeing with Chaos Accelerant, but Controlled Demolition does put it in the same neighborhood. On a max damage grenade with Echo of Remnants, which extends the total duration up to about 6.5 seconds, we did see the volatile activate 3 times and netted a total of 94,055. Again, that's about 4,000 short of Chaos Accelerant in the same configuration, but not too bad at all. Last one, the Void Wall, which is the heavy hitter of the batch when solely regarding its damage output. With Controlled Demolition, just at base, we are going to get 3 instances of volatile damage. The grenade itself may have missed a damage tick here, but all said and done, that's 118,634. With Echo of Remnants, that's going to bring the total duration up to 6.5 seconds, and does allow for 1 additional volatile blast for a total of 4. So in this case, Controlled Demolition should be upping the total damage by about 20,000. My previous high was 153,875, this one scored 166,403. Did we miss a touch of damage on the grenade somewhere? Yeah, it would appear that way. I got to thinking maybe the volatile is causing a little bit of a hiccup in the damage tick rate, but even when watching things back frame by frame, it was really hard to say for sure. But regardless, over 166k is a nice chunk of damage. But as a whole, I would say Controlled Demolition is a nice way of boosting up our Void Grenades a little bit. And even though the main focus of these testing videos is single target damage, I just want to make quick note of the fact that Controlled Demolition is really nice in the moment-to-moment gameplay. Most of the grenades are offering pretty easy volatile procs and activations. And since you can gain the ability to supplement static Void Grenade damage with blast damage, you can really steamroll through packs of enemies in a hurry. But if any of you Titans out there were curious about the numbers, I hope this video helped. I still have a lot of work to do in completing the rest of my grenade damage testing series, so I'm gonna get back to that. But if you do have any additional questions, drop them down in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. But with that, have a great day, Guardians, and I'll catch you on the next one.